We separate by tribe, country, nationality, ethnicity. Some people even go to skin tone, like just random stuff, like when we are really one.
It's man like Dan. Come on! Welcome to Melanated and Proud. Today, we have a very special guest. This man, he's just come back from the gym, working on his chest. He's a manager, a cybersecurity professional. He's very intellectual. This man, he's not ordinary. He's a visionary. So let's welcome the big man himself, Stephen Chapendama.
Thank you very much. Great intro. Thank you.
Nice to have you here. If you'd like to just tell us your age.
Yeah, so I'm Stephen, I'm 29.
Whereabouts are you from?
I'm from Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool, the great Northwest.
Was you born there?
Nah, I was born in Harare, Zimbabwe, and then I moved here for year 7 onwards. So I did like most of my high school here.
So that must have been a very big transition, right?
Yeah, definitely. Culture shock, 100%. Was so used to, I guess, the rigid education system in Zim, and then I got here, and wild west.
How was your upbringing like in Liverpool?
Yeah, it was good. It was not as diverse as it could have been. So, like in school, I was the only minority from year 7 to 11, and then when I went to college, it was a bit more diverse.
Yeah,
good.
What would you say was like the main challenge that you faced when you moved to Liverpool? Really,
I'd say the culture. Because Liverpool is it's a different city to like the rest of the country. So trying to understand the accent, just the culture, how people are here. Yeah, it was quite difficult to adjust. But then, eventually you fit in.
And how was it like coming from Zimbabwe?
Life was good. I went to a good school. I wasn't a boarder or anything. So like I was all at home. So I was just like chilling, enjoying life. And then, my mom had already settled here, so I moved, followed her, and that was it. I still miss them though. The north is cold.
I still ain't gone there still, but one day.
You should visit. You should visit, especially in winter. Like the wind is different. Like you just that's a proper winter.
No, I'm alright. But so you've obviously come to this country with a different mindset. You've gone for education. So, what did young Stephen want to become when he was younger?
At one point it was definitely law. It was just one of those, like, I think I watched way too many crime shows as a kid, so I always wanted to do law. But I was into computer gaming and just tech in general. So when I got to college, I did pick law, but after like 2 years of studying it, I was like, you know what, I can't see myself doing this for life. So I picked computer science on a whim for UCAS, and I said, you know what, if I get accepted, I get accepted. If not, I'll just do clearing for law. I got into the uni of my first choice, and that was it. Wow,
you just made it sound so easy. I know a couple of people haven't found it that easy like you, but
it's one of those, like I didn't have like someone pressuring me to pick a subject, so my mom was always being like, oh, do what you want, I'll support you. So when I was in college, he was like, pick whatever you want to study, like it's your life, I'll support. And so I never like I didn't like physics, science, all of that. I did enjoy it, so I didn't pick those. I picked like subjects I enjoyed, and it made my college experience much better, because I was like studying stuff that I wanted to study, and then discovering that, you know what, I actually don't like it. Let me try something else.
That's good though, like you tried to explore really as well.
Everyone you speak to in it always sells uni to you as like this wonderful place, so it's like the people around me, all my friends were going, and so it was always one of those things where
So tell us the truth. How's it really?
First year was definitely the hardest. Like everyone always tells you that, oh, first year people are partying, no one, like, it doesn't count towards your final degree, go have fun. But it can be a steep learning curve. So especially like if you're used to, in school, they spoon feed you information in it. They make sure you're okay. In uni, they spoon feed you information, but they also expect you to do a lot of self-studying. So you'll see on your module guide, it will say 20 hours of taught, 160 self-study. And they really mean that you have to be self-studying. So that was quite a big learning curve, because obviously in college you're there the whole week. Whereas in uni you might have one lecture per module a week. So yes, it was a steep learning curve, but it got easier once I did a placement, things started like fitting into place and I understood it more.
What challenges would you say you faced whilst you was at university?
I'd say it was more academic challenges, just finding time. So I got a part-time job, which I now sort of regret. So it was kind of trying to balance, you have to make money, but you also have to study.
Yeah.
All the hours that you then end up spending in the library, it just makes it harder.
And you graduated, which is great.
Yeah, graduated 2016, and it's good. And
so what was the future looking like for you then?
When I graduated, I'd already secured my grad scheme, so I kind of already knew, like, all right, this is where I'm going. But when I then started the grad scheme, didn't enjoy it. So it was kind of like I got in, and then I was like, oh, I need to leave, and then
And then what happened next?
I left the grad scheme. So it was supposed to be a 2-year scheme. You try out different fields in tech, and then you pick one. But it wasn't as technical as I wanted it to be. So I'm quite technical. I like to, get my hands dirty in tech. I liked engineering. That's what I studied. But it was more like shadowing. So I couldn't picture myself shadowing for 2 years. So then I thought, I'm best off just finding another place where I can actually get proper experience. So I had to make that sort of hard decision, accept a lower salary, leave, and but it was worth it.
That's a very bold move. That's a very bold move. Like, you actually took a risk. And so you just said you took a lower salary. So what was your mindset? Like, what was the rationale behind that?
Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about what you get out of that job. So it was a smaller company, meaning I would literally be thrown into the fire and have to, find my feet. So I was only there for 3 months or 4 months. But what I learned in those 4 months was more than I did in the 8 months of the grad scheme. And because I was literally knee deep in the engineering, the work, it helped me get my next role, because they were like, you've done what we're looking for in that short time. So
And so what happened next?
It's one of those, you take a step back to go forward. So the uni that I used to go to, Hertfordshire, they had a project going on where they were trying to build out some security solution. And because I've been working with similar technologies, they were like, we want to take you on. I interviewed, and I ended up working for 2 years for the university I went to. So that was a good experience.
And what was the salary like then? Was it a bit better, or was it?
Definitely. It was like a 13k jump from.
Oh wow!
I took. So it was like big leagues.
Well, you wasn't trying to take a lower salary there, was you?
Now, because even when they offered it, honestly, there were tears in my eyes. We were like, "Whoa, okay." Wasn't expecting that. Because literally, by then I had like a year of grad experience, so it was like nice to see the university that gave me this degree trust that what I learned from them fits in the current world. So it's good to see that.
How easy was it for you to get that role?
It was honestly one interview. So it was good. One interview, and literally soon after they introduced me to the team and said, we want to offer you the contract. Because it's a fixed term contract. They said, we'll give you 1 year fixed term and then renew it every year. And that's what they did. So
boy, you must have made an impression still.
But I guess because obviously I went to the uni, so I knew all the systems already. So it makes it easier compared to like an external candidate who has to learn like even just the campus. Because I already knew from when we were studying, we used to study the architecture of all the systems. So it's like we knew already, like, oh, this is the staff side, student side, this is what happens to this, to that. And so it was kind of like using that internal knowledge in the interview definitely gave me an advantage.
Well, I know we're going to move on, but I just want to ask you, like, why computer science? What made you choose this field?
Tech is the future, innit? I always knew it. Even when we were doing IT, you could just tell that the world is moving towards tech. So when I think about when I was in Zim, when we used to do the school register, pen and paper, the teacher had names. Eventually it became like some little computer and like you saw the evolution of tech in school, we went from using whiteboards to now having electric ones, that kind of stuff. They used to wheel in the TV with the projector. Now they just had a projector instead of that TV thing. Like you saw the evolution of tech, so it made sense to be like, this is where the future's going. Might as well be in it.
Oh, fair enough, man. And what's like your deep-rooted motivation? Like, what is it
for tech?
Just in general, like, so your career, like, what is it?
Just to do well, you know, be happy, comfortable, and then give back. So like even now, I always do mentoring, cybersecurity students. I always do events where I can like just give back, let them know what my journey was like, and then hopefully that inspires the next generation or someone who's like sat at home right now thinking, is this for me? Like hear that it wasn't clean sailing for everyone. Like we've all had to struggle, but this is how we've made it, and it applies to someone else.
I hear that. I want to ask you about that then. So struggles, like it can be academic, it could be a bit personal. It's up to you if you want to share it or not. But like, what struggles would you say you've encountered in your life that you don't mind sharing?
I'd say tech isn't diverse, so that can be quite difficult. There's all these initiatives saying, look, we're making tech diverse, blah blah blah. But when you start looking at leadership level management, it's not diverse. So to this day, I've never had a black manager. There's plenty of young black people in tech, but I want to start seeing them in senior positions, you know, like when I have one-to-ones with managers now, it's not, I don't feel it. It's just one of those, like, it's a tick box exercise. I go in and say, I'm happy and fine, and keep it stepping. Whereas, you know, if I've had managers who look like me and stuff, who actually, you know, understood where I'm from, like, it will be different. And I'd like to experience that in the future. So even if it's now me being a manager to, you know, young black people who were in my position like years ago, that'd be good. Let them know in it, like, we should keep rising.
You're really trying to make a change. Like you've seen a flaw in the system, but you want to be that solution in a way, like doing what you can to improve things. Because a lot of people just complain in it, but I guess you're actively making changes.
It's one of those, in it, like when you go through a door, you know, you hold it open for the next person. So that's what I'm trying to be like.
Man with the analogies, okay.
You've got to.
Yeah, no, that's good. Alright, so how did you get to where you are now?
So now I'm a senior software engineer at Raytheon, a defense company. When I moved back up north, I was working for Fujitsu as the platforms lead. And then I saw an opportunity and to sort of work on bigger projects. I just took it. It seemed interesting, and been enjoying it so far.
And how did you get that role?
There's a platform called Hacker Job. So it's instead of me applying for roles, you build a profile. So you list out your skills, and then companies can see that, and then they pick who they want to speak to. So it just makes like you can passively look for work without having to, you know, go through that whole rejection process. You just build your profile, and then companies see it, and if they like your skills, they contact you.
That sounds good, man. So they've literally seen the gold.
It's a better way of recruiting. Honestly, getting them, unfortunately, emails is just long. All that effort of applying somewhere, and then to be told like, you can't reply to this email, no feedback, nothing.
Speaking about that more, actually, your unfortunately emails, how many did you get?
Over the years, there's definitely at least 100. But it's about having sort of like belief in yourself. So understand why they said no, for example, and focus on those skills. So one thing I always do when I apply for a role that I really want, I always print out the job sheet and pen and paper. I'll list the skills, like I'll take the skills that I have and the ones that I don't. And eventually, if I like apply for 4 roles and I start looking at what I don't have, I now know what to focus on at work to say, okay, if I want these roles, I definitely need to learn like Golang, a new language that people are using. I need to learn Kubernetes, a new platform that people are using. So I now know how to like shape my career into the roles that I want, because I'm sort of keeping a record of this is what I don't have and this is what I have. And it definitely helps in interviews as well to say like, I saw you use this and I don't have that skill, but I use an alternative software which does the exact same thing.
So I guess it's more about self-reflection rather than like self-doubt. So how do you stray away from that doubt then? That, oh, maybe it's not for me, or maybe it's never gonna happen for me.
You never know if you don't apply in it. There's like an interesting stat. It's like men are only ever like 20% confident when they see a job application that they can do it, but they'll still apply. Whereas for women, they have to be like 90% sure that they have all the skills like listed, and then they'll apply. And so sometimes, really and truly, I do not have the experience for the roles I apply for. But you know, does anyone ever have everything in the job's like description? So yeah, always apply in it, see what happens. You might be the missing piece to their jigsaw. Like, yes, you don't have the experience, but you can learn. Like, if they can train a monkey to go to space, come on, man, anyone can learn anything. Yeah.
Oh, that's big. That's powerful. I'm really just taking a moment there still. Yeah. Okay. And so, how's your work been now?
Working from home has definitely been a blessing. So right now I'm training, so I need to learn a couple new cloud skills. So literally my days are spent studying. I've got exams lined up for next month or so. Yeah, that's literally just skilling up. It's good because it's like keeping my skills relevant as well.
Yeah. You mentioned that you mentor some young people as well. So like, can you talk to me about that more? Like, what is it called? How can other people become a part of this? So
it's just different initiatives. So there's some that I've mentored through work, where I think it's coding black females. Through our own work, they come to us to support some of their programs. Then there's work that I do for an organization called Foundervine. So they help black people who are interested in starting businesses get on to that entrepreneurship journey. So I've been with them for 2.5 years, nearly 3 now. And yeah, just supporting that organization. So I'm their technology manager. The organization has grown, so now I sort of support more the back end of it and just making sure things are running smoothly in operations. And yeah, it's good.
No, it sounds really good. And so, like, is there a website or anything, social media account?
Yeah, definitely. I'm at Foundervine on all social media and foundervine.com. So we run programs in London. We've done one in Bristol and Ghana as well. So yeah, it's like we're just trying to grow, and honestly, hopefully next one is Zim. Next one has to be Zim.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Africa, yeah.
It wouldn't be right if you don't. You're really doing a lot, man. Like, you're only 29, been in a different area of the world. Now you're in Liverpool. You was in Hertfordshire. Like, you've just been excelling. I'm sure the money's been coming in nicely as well, you know.
But you know, there's always a need for more in it. You need more money to do bigger things.
Yeah. Of course. That's another topic. Do you want to share your range or salary? Because some people have also shared it so that other people that want to pursue can get an idea. But it's up to you if you don't want to, you have to.
Yeah, so I graduated 2016. So I've got 4 or 5 years experience, and I'm now on 52,000. And I'm waiting on.
Sorry, again.
I'm waiting on clearances in it. So in cybersecurity, you get certain clearances. So when you get a certain one, then it goes up. So if I complete my next clearance, then it goes up to 56. So yeah.
So you're gonna be getting more than a prime minister, like. Yeah.
Boris is a liar. Come on, man.
Hey, leave it. None of that here, man. Man's trying to stay in this country. Don't try.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the government's doing a good job, innit?
But yeah. All right. So, what would you say is needed for us black people to move forward in the UK?
More community, more networking, helping each other out. I think collectively, there's that saying in it takes a village to raise a child. We need our community to support each of us individually. This can be professionally, socially. So like, when you see the young ones who seem lost in it, they don't know what they want to do, support them, guide them, let them know through our experiences. It's not a case of, it's not my problem. Parents deal with it. It's like, it takes all of us to raise a village. So even bridging that African and Caribbean gap, that unity, like, we'll go forward together.
That's very big. I know this is a very difficult question, but how would you say we could bridge that gap between, for example, the two communities that you just mentioned?
I've seen people like just doing like little groups in it. Like there's one that I saw someone mention on Twitter recently, Black Men in Prayer, and it's every Friday 8 p.m. Just black men just pray together, and it's like something small like that in it. It could be football, just people talking, because you never know who you meet at football. Like I could go to a football game and meet someone who's in the same field or someone from a different field, but I've had an interest in it. So just that community and getting together. Those bits. It's been harder with like COVID and stuff, because obviously you couldn't meet up unless you were in the government. But sorry, can't shade them. And yeah, like just different community social events in it. Like let people just network, understand, and like I know there was that initiative to buy black. Yeah, those things go a long way, because all these shops here that we've been supporting in the last 12 months. Eventually they're going to make it, and then they're going to be teaching the next generation of businesses like, this is how we built this is how you can build it. Like partner up, all that kind of stuff. It'll be good.
All right, so compare the essence of community within our race compared to other communities. What would you say the difference is, and what is it that's working for them that we're not doing?
We're too segregated. We separate by tribe, country, nationality, ethnicity. Some people even go to skin tone, like just random stuff, like when we are really one. I know some people, like even in Southern Africa, they will just see like Southern Africans together, but they will separate us from West Africans, from North Africans, that kind of thing. And then when we come to the UK, then there's like the British born, then there's the, the ones who are born back home. Like there's always a division. Once we start putting an end to that.
Oh, that's very big, man. Hopefully you can create some of these initiatives as well, where you can get people socializing and stuff, but no pressure in it. Like you're already doing things right now, so nice to hear.
Honestly, there's going to be even more people, like younger people, just doing these things. It's good. Like people are going in the right direction. There's like so many different things that are popping. And yeah.
Do you feel like right now you're witnessing like a revival in our community?
Definitely. I think especially like through COVID, innit? Like people, there's now a trend in it. People are looking for bigger homes and moving out. Like, especially like out of London. Some people are moving out of London, innit? Like when you think about like they're gonna start connecting with other communities, Bristol, Kent, and it's just gonna like the black diaspora in the UK is just gonna grow. People are gonna connect. So even like I'm in Liverpool, but I spend most of my time in Manchester, and I'm seeing like an even different black community. When I go to Leeds, I see an even different black community, and it's like just connecting and reaching out. People.
And so I guess that's the way forward.
Honestly, we can't all stay like clustered in one bit. We have to spread out. All communities everywhere.
And so what advice would you give to those that are looking to pursue a career that is similar to yours?
Definitely self-study. Find time in a week, just get your skills up, and also ask for help. That's one of the most important things. Like if you can't find someone to ask for help, start reaching out to communities. There's a good tech one called Xuntos, xuntos.org, and it's like a massive WhatsApp group of just tech graduates. There's always someone in there ready to help.
And what words of encouragement do you have for your people, your brothers and sisters?
Just continue networking and connecting. That spirit of togetherness, Ubuntu, keeps us moving.
Speak about networking a bit more. Like, how do we do it? Like, what is the key?
Put yourself out there, innit? Like, I know some people are shy, so when you go to like an event, just step out your comfort zone. Go meet someone. Like, if you hear someone talking and you think what they're saying is interesting, let them know. Connect via LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever medium you feel comfortable with, and reach out like after the event as well. So don't like just connect and then forget about it. Reach out and say, oh yeah, we met at this thing. Do you want to maybe go for coffee? Like, let's talk about this. Or I have something I'm working on that I think, you know, you'd be a good fit for, or I want to support your project, that kind of thing. Always like be ready to take that step forward and build that relationship. Don't leave it cold, because like if I met someone like, I don't know, 3 years ago and I'd never heard from them in those 3 years, then out of the blue they're like, oh yeah, we know each other. It's like kind of like, we don't. Whereas, you know, like if they are celebrating something on LinkedIn, comment like, congrats, you know, congrats on the promotion. Like, just keep the relationship warm.
Good advice, man. But like I said, it's really good what you're doing. You're a black inspiration, not even just a black inspiration, just an inspiration to everyone. Hopefully that continues and great things come your way. Keep shining, keep elevating, keep smiling, and let the money rain upon you, innit? Like, it's gonna come even more. But yeah, most of all, keep up, and whatever ventures you want to dip into, feel free to let me know, and we'll definitely promote that some more. So yeah,
most definitely. But yeah,
thanks for coming, though. Thanks for coming.
I know worries, man.
Keep shining. Let's elevate together.